Here's one of my favorite plugins I love using on melodies. This is a good one. All right, thanks for joining me. In this tutorial, I want to show you guys this neat little plugin I like to use in Ableton, and you probably already have something similar irregardless of the DAW you're using. Let's play this out and focus on this melody here. All right, so this is what we're focusing on here. Very simple melody, very chill. So one of the things I like to use on my melody chain is to add a small amount of detune. I like to use the shifter plugins right over here. And let me crank this up, see what it sounds like, and then we can scale it back, all right? So this is the melody. Let me go ahead and just highlight this. Now watch what happens as I bump up the amount. All right, so we clearly have some detuning going on. Let's tweak this guy and find a sweet spot here. So what I want to do is firstly take the LFO and set it to sine wave, reduce the amount, and this is all a taste, right? And maybe lower the rate somewhat. All right, we can also bump up the spin. Keep the dry wet setting to 100%, and let's play it in context, and we can also fiddle with more knobs until we get it just right. All right, if you want to add some more, you can always crank up the amount. Another thing you can do is consider detuning the last note, or at least the tail end of it. So let's say we have something conservative at 0.04 for these first two notes. Once we get to this area here, we can always bump this up a little, the amount that is. And let's see what this sounds like, okay? Maybe a bit much. Let's try that again. I'm just going to copy and paste the same envelope. So what we have here is that the first two notes are slightly detuned, and as we get to that third note, especially that tail, we just bump up the amount of detune here. All right, so that plugin was called the Shifter. That's in Ableton Live, but I am sure you guys have something similar in your own DAW. So go ahead and try to find it, all right? Use it, try the technique, let me know, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye for now.